This video tells the story of the Peckover sisters, Priscilla Hannah and Algerina, and their significant contribution to the publication of the Bible in Esperanto, bridging faith, language, and the movement for peace. Priscilla Hannah and Algerina Peckover were two English Quakers from Wisbech, Cambridgeshire. We explore the central question of why these two women chose to support such a landmark project. Coming from a wealthy and influential banking family, the Peckover sisters were deeply rooted in their Quaker faith, which shaped their philanthropic commitment to social, religious, and international causes. Priscilla Peckover was an extraordinary polyglot who spoke 16 languages. Her life's work was defined by a clear philosophy, connecting language to mutual understanding and ultimately to global peace. Quakerism was fundamental to their activism. Their values of simplicity, truth-seeking, social service, and an unwavering commitment to pacifism formed the core of their support for the Esperanto Bible. Priscilla was a dedicated peace activist, deeply involved with the Peace Society. Her international influence was recognized through 4 separate nominations for the Nobel Peace Prize between 1903 and 1913. For someone committed to the peace movement, Esperanto offered a powerful, neutral tool for communication that transcended national and linguistic boundaries. The Bible was a foundational text for Quakers. Supporting its translation into Esperanto reflected the sisters' belief in universal access to spiritual knowledge, fostering intellectual development and global unity. It is important to note that the translation project began before the Peckover sisters' involvement. Zamenhof had already been working on translating Hebrew biblical texts for years. Zamenhof translated using 19th century printed editions of the Masoretic text, such as those by Letteris and Ginsberg, rather than a single original manuscript, reflecting the era's scholarly knowledge. We must also recognize that Zamenhof worked well before the 1947 discovery of the Qumran scrolls, which significantly updated modern understanding of biblical texts. The path from Zamenhof's original manuscript to the final London Bible involved extensive review and editing by a British committee, demonstrating that the project was a collaborative effort. The New Testament had a different origin story, developed by a committee of British Esperantists. The final London edition required careful harmonization of these different efforts before publication. The project required more than translation. It required substantial funding for technical tasks like typesetting and distribution, which is where the Peckover sisters' support became critical. The decision to fund the project was a culmination of the sisters' lifelong values: faith, pacifism, polyglotism, and a philanthropic commitment to international communication through Esperanto. The Peckover sisters provided a significant financial gift of approximately $10,000 in the 1920s. In today's terms, this is equivalent to roughly $180,000, a substantial investment that revolutionized the publishing process. This funding was pivotal, as it covered the high costs of preparing the manuscript for professional printing. It enabled the final edition to be offered to Esperantists worldwide at an accessible and affordable price. The 1926 London Bible represented the successful collaboration between the British and Foreign Bible Society and the Esperanto movement, serving as a monumental milestone for the community. This final edition unified Zamenhof's Hebrew Bible translation with the New Testament developed by British Esperantists, creating the first complete Protestant Bible in the language. While historical focus often remains on Zamenhof as the creator, the realization of such grand projects requires a broader network of supporters, including editors, organizers, and generous patrons. Priscilla and Algerina Peckover were essential figures in this background, bridging the gap between idealistic vision and the material reality needed to sustain the movement. Priscilla, a linguist fluent in 16 languages, quickly recognized Esperanto's potential for global connection, making her support both intellectual and strategic. Her Quaker-inspired philanthropy was not just charity, it was a commitment to long-term structures that could support peace and international understanding. The sisters' legacy is a unique intersection of faith, commitment to women in intellectual circles, and active pacifism, providing a foundation for international brotherhood. This legacy reminds us that historical movements are sustained by those who create the conditions for great works to reach the people they are intended for. Ultimately, their contribution underscores the essential role of patrons in ensuring that languages and ideas have the resources to flourish on a global stage. For those seeking further information, historical archives from the National Trust and the Nobel Peace Prize records confirm the scope of their engagement. Additionally, Contemporary Esperanto journals and the British and Foreign Bible Society records provide primary sources documenting the logistics behind the 1926 publication. Understanding these historical sources, including the textological context of Zamenhof's work, allows us to appreciate the scholarly rigor behind the Esperanto Bible. The story of the Peckover sisters is one of purposeful action, proving that dedication and resources can transform visionary ideals into a lasting, tangible impact for the world. Thank you for exploring the story of the Peckover sisters and their vital role in bringing the Esperanto Bible to the global community. We hope this video has provided an insightful look into their lasting contribution.